Okay, so the only thing I've done so far is I've put on this Makeup Revolution Hydration Gel Boost gel cream thing, and then for primer, I want to put on a poreless putty, so I'm going to be using my e.l.f. poreless putty. I've used like quite a bit of it. I like it. It's nice. It's a bit of a stiffer formula, so I mean it is a putty, but it's really kind of thick. But yeah, today's whole goal is to do like a fall look is what I really want to do. So we'll see how that goes. Normally I do my eyes first, but I can't decide if I want to put this in my palette series yet, or if I just want to do just a get ready with me. Because quite honestly, my palette series as like a series has got like, they're my most viewed videos on my channel. So I don't know, but I don't want to keep making like just palette series, because I'm not like I am kind of like a one-trick pony, but I'm not at the same time. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the ABH Luminous foundation in 150W, and then I'm going to be mixing it with the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Porcelain, just because I like the coverage of the Milani one, but I like the luminosity of the ABH one. So I'm going to just mix those two together in equal parts. I just did one pump of each, and yeah. I can hear my cat on my bed. Okay. And then my sponge is a Colored Rain sponge. I quite like their sponges. Yeah. I can't really see myself because this light is on, but I don't know. What are you guys doing like right now? Because I'm stupid bored. I mean, like, I'm crocheting a lot, which was nice. I don't know. This is just gonna be a very jabbery video. But yeah. So what are you guys doing for like fun right now? Because pretty much everything is still closed where I'm at. I mean, some of the restaurants are open. I'm mixing the two foundations together again just because I need more. Pretty much everything is still closed, which is really frustrating. But like, so I can't go to the movies, and I mean, a lot of people can't do anything, but you guys know what I mean. Like, I'm bored, because the place where I would normally go to like decompress or do something fun for myself is Barnes & Noble, right? Like, that's where I hang out. I'm boring, okay? So Barnes & Noble is where I would go to like hang out and do things, but you can't sit there anymore for more than like a half an hour. You have to be out in case there are other shoppers. So like, you can't sit in the cafe and drink your coffee and read a book anymore. You have to drink your coffee, eat your food, and get out of the cafe area. Is basically what's going on. So that's really frustrating, but I mean, I guess whatever. So I need something to do, and I'm not sure what. Okay, so I don't know. Do you guys know of anything to do? Because I'm still bored stupid. The concealer I'm going to be using is the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 22. I kind of want to do like, I know what I'm going to call this video now. I'm just going to call it like a fall get ready with me. Because I kind of want to do a very fall look. And I even know what palette I'm going to use. Normally I don't use this much concealer either, but you know, when in Rome, full glam, full glam, full glam. We're breaking every single proper Welsh rule today. I'm also thinking about doing like a, sorry, my mirror is still right here. I tried following a such and such person's makeup tutorial. So I was thinking about doing Make Me Up Mrs. because she does, only I am like legitimately terrified to do any sort of look that's by her because she does like, I mean, she does full glam as well. Only she does like big eye makeup, and it's really, really super colorful, which is like, it looks amazing on her. It looks absolutely stunning on her. On me, it looks like garbage. So I don't know. Would you guys want to see that? Like, would you be interested in seeing that? I don't know. But this is gonna be like another 40-minute video at this rate. I need to quit talking, but I don't know. Okay, so there's that. Powder, I'm gonna use the Milani in 01 Translucent. And I am gonna kind of like bake a little bit under my eyes. Not a lot, like I don't do a heavy bake because I have creases under there. But because I know I'm going in with like darker shadow, I don't want it to like smudge. It can be like uncleanable. So I am going to put some extra powder there. I forgot why I don't do this. I remember now. So just put the powder under my eyes. And then I'm going to stamp some on my nose as well. Just because I get oily here. On my T-zone, basically. And then I'll take like a powder brush and do whatever's left. So this is like a powder brush from Tarte. I'm just gonna dust this everywhere. I tried following a Robert Welsh tutorial. That would be interesting because he does his, I mean, he's a professional, but he also just does his makeup like differently than I do. I've tried to like follow some of his instructions before, but I don't know. I feel like I'm an odd duck when it comes to this type of thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do next, and I'm not going to do it on camera just to like make this video a little bit shorter, is I'm going to take my Hourglass palette. I'm going to use these two powders just to add some like shine back to my skin because right now we're very, very matte, but I'm not going to do that on camera. Okay, so I did that, but also I was looking in the mirror, and I think that this foundation must oxidize somewhat because my face is so much darker than my neck. And I know it's not this foundation because I've used this foundation for years, like 2 years now. And this is the only new one that I've been using recently. But like, can you see the difference between my face and my neck? It looks like I didn't blend it out, but I did. I know I did. I mean, I guess it's not like that big a deal. I can just put some extra like bronzer on my face and stuff, but still, that's like vaguely, or I can put extra bronzer on my neck, but still, that's vaguely annoying. And like, I know it's not going to be a huge deal because I know I'm going to like bake on the sides of my face as well, but still, it's irritating. So for contour, I'm going to use this Morphe 8L face palette, and specifically I'm going to be using the shade right here. It's like the lightest contour in the palette, which means it's going to be like perfect for me. Oops, dang it, Shanna. Okay. I'm just using this Almar Cosmetics blush brush because it has like that nice angle, like it's slightly angled, so it's going to make it a little bit easier for me to actually get in like the hollows, the non-existent hollows of my face, which I quite like. I think that's there. I don't know. We'll fix it later if it's not. That light is really distracting. Hold on. Okay, I think that'll help, like, slightly. So there's that. And then I think I'm going to take it a little bit on my forehead, just slightly. And my hair is really dark, so I don't ever worry too much about getting the powder in my hair. Like, I don't worry about it that much. And then for bronzer, I'm going to use my Physicians Formula one. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to use this. This is the KKW Beauty X Allison Face Palette in Ladera. So I'm going to use the Here For You bronzer. This is what it looks like. I quite enjoy it. And then I'm also going to use my Brood. This is an IT Cosmetics ball power brush. But recently, I've been finding that it's like really, really good for just like this. And kind of just like applying product. Ooh, shit. Just like bronzing the face because it's really good because it's so like flat. You can put it like right where you want it and then kind of just like sweep it back and forth. I used to use this for blush a lot, but now I really like it for like bronzer. Oops, that's the highlighter, Shannon. I really, really like it for bronzer and contour. It just like applies a nice amount. What time am I at? I don't know. I can't tell. And then for blush, no, we're going to bake first, I think. So I'm going to go back in with the Milani powder. If you don't like Coty because of the fragrance, this is also another, like, really good, affordable powder for that. So okay. So there's that, and then what I'm going to do next is take that brush again that we just used for the bronzer, and just because my neck is such a different color, I'm just gonna take what's left and kind of run it on my neck. I don't know if this is actually going to help or not, but I don't think it can make the situation any worse. Yeah, that kind of helped a little bit. Okay. Blush. The blush I want to use is, I want to use a lot of blush, okay? And because it's a fall kind of look, I kind of want to use like a cooler toned blush. So I'm going to use the blush from my Hourglass palette. It's the Mood Exposure one right here. It's like a really pretty plummy, purpley type color. And I think that's going to lend itself really, really nicely to the look. As soon as I can find my blush brush. This one. I like this one. I might have to go over my face with powder though because I put on too much bronzer. So, let's do that. Just to kind of... I'm not using like more powder, I'm just using what's left on the sponge. Then I'm going to take like this, what is this? This is an M405 brush. It's from the James Charles brush set, but it's like a really flimsy blush brush. Like, it's not very densely packed and it's like pokey, which oddly enough, this works beautifully for blush. Don't know why. It just does. So I'm going to put that right on the apples of my cheeks and kind of bring it up some. All the way back to my hairline. And I don't know how well this is showing up on camera, but it's a really lovely, like, darker blush. And I really, really, really like it. And I think I've wiped away whatever powder I had under my eyes on accident. My bad. And then I'm going to wipe off the powder on my face right now. Look at them cheekbones. Those non-existent cheekbones that we completely and utterly faked. And then for highlight, I'm going to take my F19 brush from Shop Miss A, and I'm going to use this Hourglass Cream highlight. I know we're not supposed to apply creams on top of powder, but this is expensive, and I want to use it, and I haven't used it, like, yet. So if this works, great. If not, I have other highlights I can use. And it's working. Can you see that? And this highlights like a nice, like, pale golden color. What shade is this? Connie, can you read the color on that?
What? The color?
Yeah, like, what's the shade called?
Champagne Flash.
Oh, yeah, so it's the Champagne Flash highlighter. So it's not like crazy blinding. I might go in with another one, but the nice thing is that even though this is a cream, it's not lifting my foundation or anything underneath it, so that's good. There's that, and then I think I'm going to use the one in this KKW palette called Cherish. I'm just going to use that same brush and just go over the cream one ever so slightly. Not really to like set it, like I could care less about that. I just want to blind people. Is that too much to ask for? So there's that. I'm going to do my brows really quick off camera. Alright, so I did my brows off camera. I just used my AOA Studio pencil thing. And the palette I want to use today, I have not dipped into on my own time yet. So I'm not really sure how this is going to go. But I quite like the color story of it. This is the, I know... And no, like, I don't have a code or anything. I only have, I have 153 subscribers. Morphe doesn't know who I am. They don't know that I'm doing this video, but I bought the 35C Everyday Chic palette. This is what it looks like, and I think these bottom rows here really, really look pretty fall colored. Like, it's a lot of darker greens and some shimmery, like, I think there's a purpley color in there. So I'm going to use that palette. I already put on eye primer. I'm using the Milani eye primer, and I'm not going to bother trying to read the shades. I will show you guys the color that I'm using, and yeah, we're going to just do this. So the first color I want to use is like a really, really light color. It's the second one in the palette. It's the shade right here, and I kind of just want to use that to, I know you're not supposed to set an eye base, but I'm going to, just because I think that from previous experience with Morphe eyeshadows, that they perform a little bit better over a set base. So I could have just done concealer instead of wasting my eye primer, but whatever. And I'm just doing like a very, very light set. So it's still like slightly tacky, but it's not like stupidly tacky, if that makes sense. The next color I want to use, this is going to be a very, very dark smoky eye. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this at all. But I'm going to use it's the second color in the last row. It's this one right here. It's one of the deepest ones in the palette. But I want to use that color and see if I can't blend it out. So I'm going to take a smaller brush like this. Like I said, I'm going to go in with, you guys can't see that, the shade right here. And I'm just going to put that into the hood of my eyes. So I have very hooded eyes, right? And I just want to put this color like right into the hood. Like I want to kind of like stamp and blend it in right into the hood, the crease of my eye, the actual crease of my eye, to kind of be able to blend it out later. But I want to have that be there. So can you see, like, I've just done a very, like, I've just followed exactly the shape of my eye. And I'm only going to do one eye on camera just to, like, save some time. And then with a smaller blending brush, like this one is the AOA Studio E130 brush. It's just a very tiny blending brush. I'm going to go in with that same shade. I'm just gonna like dip it in a few times just to get like a tiny amount of pigment on there. And I'm just gonna take it and like blend up. I just want to take it and blend that color up. Using like a combination of circular motions and back and forth. And so see, by like doing that, we've created a really pretty transition shade, which we wouldn't have gotten in like that color without doing that, because there's not a color light enough to be like a transition shade that's like a green. There's a purple color that would have been a beautiful transition shade, but not one this color. Okay, so that is completely diffused out now. It's beautiful, it's stunning. I'm going to use that same brush and go back into the same color again, only this time get more pigment on there, because now I want to just deepen it up a little bit. This is like very confusing, but basically I built up the color to like I put the color on to fade it out, and now I'm going to go back over it to deepen it slightly in a certain area. I do not want this darker like build of the color to go any farther than halfway over my eye. So like the arch of my brow, I kind of want it to lean or match up with that. So do you see, like, it doesn't look lighter because it's in like the shadow of my nose, but like it's lighter right here and then it's deeper right there. That is what I want. Okay, that's a good thing. That's exactly what I want it to do. I just dropped that brush and I need that brush for my other eye. Okay. So then what I'm going to do with a different brush is I'm going to take like a flatter shader brush, and I'm going to go in with the color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth color over on the bottom row. It is just slightly darker than the color we just used, and I'm going to put that on my outer corner. Just kind of pack it on. Not really blending. These shadows are very dusty. What time am I at? See, my eyes take me the longest to film, I think. See, and it's very dusty. Like, there's a ton of fallout now on my cheekbone. Should have done my eyes first and then my face after, but oh well, you live and you learn. And then with the side of the brush, because there's two sides to this brush. I mean, there's two sides to every brush, but one has got a lot of product on it. The other one doesn't have any, very much. I'm just going to take the side that has a lot, face it up, and kind of like flick it out. So do you see there's like that nice dramatic wing now? We're done. We're not doing anything else. We're going to put on a shimmery shade and then kind of probably do like a black liner and then smoke it out. But other than that, like this part of the eye, we're done. This is good. This is a nice stopping point. We're finished. So the shimmery shade I want to use, because the shadowy part is so dark, I want to use like a lighter shimmery shade. So I'm going to take, it's the last color on the fourth row, this one right here. I'm going to take that on a brush like this. This one's from Laura Lee Los Angeles. Don't ask me what the name of it is because I couldn't tell you to save my life. I'm going to take that and this Milani Dewy Setting Mist, and I'm just going to wet the brush down and yeah, kind of just pat, get the color there, and then just kind of want to be very precise. And then just kind of like wiggle. Once you've got it to where it meets the darker color, just kind of wiggle this brush back and forth ever so slightly, I don't know, to kind of like blend those colors together. So like that. But that's pretty much this eye look done. I'm going to stop here while I'm ahead. So I'm going to go wipe off the fallout, do my other eye, and then probably, like I said, I'm going to do a black liner, mascara, and then take the shade that we used to do this part, the wing, and like just smoke it out below. Okay, so like I said, I did not lashes. I did my mascara, I did the eyeliner. I fixed the fact that I had like a giant chunk of fallout there. I just put like more powder over it, and then I brushed it away. And when I brushed it away, the extra powder, it brushed away the eyeshadow too. But then I had to go back over it and reapply my blush and highlighter. Also, kind of like, I put my hair down a little bit. I didn't brush it or anything, but I think this looks like more complete with my hair down. The last thing I want to do is lips, and because the eyes are so bold, even for me, like this is bold, I'm gonna do like a more nude lip. It's not gonna be like completely like my nude, just because if I did my nude, I would have concealer lips. And I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lip liner from Milani in the shade Shoop. It's from the Salt and Pepper collection. And I'm going to use this to line. I'm going to do this part off camera because I can't do it on. Okay, so what I did was I outlined my lips and then I filled in along the sides here. So like here and here. And then I kind of took like my middle finger, like you can see it on there, and I smudged it. And that's kind of how I blended in the lip liner. And then for the color I'm going to use on top of that, I'm going to use this KKW Beauty Pencil crayon again. It was with the Allison collection. It's the darker one, but this is like really the only like almost my nude color that I have. And I'm just going to go right over everything.
Whoa.
So but there's that. And this is like the whole look, you guys. I really like how it turned out. The only thing I'm going to do now is just use some setting spray to put everything in place. And the setting spray I'm using is, again, I know that this is like a problematic brand, but the products that are good from this brand, they are really good. Like the eyeshadow palette was good. That contour shade, perfection for me. So I'm going to be using the Morphe Luminous Continuous Setting Spray. I really like this. But I don't know if it does much for like actually setting your makeup, but I love how it feels. It's a really nice, like, fine micro mist, which I like. And yeah, so can I zoom out more? Yep. Alright, so this is what the whole look looks like. Like I said, I really am quite pleased with how it turned out. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I would very much greatly appreciate it. Let me know, like, what you guys are doing to keep from being bored while most things are still shut down, because I'm going crazy only being able to go to work and then come home. Like, that's all I can really do unless I want to go to the grocery store, which I don't. I'm putting my hair, well, no, I'm not. I'm not going to put it back up. I was half tempted to put it back up, but yeah, if you guys like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I would very much greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I will see you all in my next one. Bye!